Wasabi, everybody! Guess what? This video is an office cleanup video. Because as you can see, this thing can use some help. Definitely got a lot of things in here. The main thing that we are going to be doing is changing out these two desks, and we're going to replace them with the same desk that's right there. We have two of them, so they're going to go side by side, and by the end of it, we'll come up to about like right here or so. So it'll be perfect. One of these tables will go into this closet area here. All these boxes and everything else will be out of here eventually. Right now, we don't really have a place for this couch, but obviously we will find a place eventually. So me and my girlfriend are gonna get started, and I'm just gonna pop in every now and again, showing you different updates, and we'll go from there. All right, everything is moved out of the way. We had one of the desks placed there for now. The other one we took apart and took out of this room to put it in the other room where it will be. It actually really isn't too much stuff. It's just, again, it's just kind of everywhere. So we ended up putting most of the cables and things here that we just moved out of the way there. And of course, again, our computers and monitors we just have up here. So next step, let's get these things going. All right, we have it set up. We have both desks set up. We are going to have the two monitors here. Jess likes it more in the center. She uses both pretty frequently, so that's why she has it set up that way. Whereas me, I just use my main monitor the most and my little side monitor with the trusted Netgear box. That's the best mount you could ever get. So as you see on this one though, it doesn't have the logo. To get those off, it's pretty easy. You just peel it off and then clean it up with some alcohol, and it's good to go. These I may space out a little bit more to get more air, but again, NZXTs don't really get that much air to begin with, so I don't think that's gonna really help with anything. But yeah, that's what we got going on. Still a lot of cables and wires, which now that's opened up more space here, so now we could utilize that more. And again, we could probably move that one in that location, so it's easier to grab everything. So with all that, we gotta get that outside, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, it's the next day. We decided to go do some other things yesterday afternoon, and we kind of just left the room where it was, and then this morning we came back and continued where we left off. So I'll give you a little update where we're at now. So still, we have all this over here. We're gonna start breaking this down so that way we can get this desk moved in there. And then obviously all these cardboard boxes, we're gonna cut them down so that way they can be reused. But also we're gonna keep all the fillings, packing material, and bring that to another room because we're gonna have like a packing, shipping center in one of our other rooms. So we're gonna get that done. We move these back over here. Obviously not finalized, but obviously just where we kind of wanna put things. And obviously the couch is not here, so it's in the other room now. So now I finally got room to have access to more storage. So that is that. And yesterday ended up messing with this thing, which will be a future video. It's just an old Dell Optiplex 3020. And basically I'm modifying it. I cut out like the front metal cage area to fit a 140. And it's got a GTX 660 Ti. And this Seasonic in here is obviously just for testing purposes. I'm not gonna toss something that good in a machine this old like this. So just for testing, again, that'll be a future video. And yeah, just gonna test it out, getting it ready to go. So we're gonna keep on going and I'll update you as soon as we get to the next stopping point. All right, many hours later, after eating lunch and then we ate dinner, we decided not to really continue on for the day, but we ended up getting all the cardboard chopped down to be put outside to be picked up on Tuesday, as well as now we finally have the desk over here. So we're good to go. We did fill up some of the storage with some of the items that we needed to, a little bit more organized now, as well as the really cool thing. Did this RGB light. So tonight, how I'm gonna end it is I'm gonna get everything else kind of tucked away and or moved into another room, and yeah, call that a night. As you just saw, we ended up actually just staying up until, what is it now, 10:45 or so, this Sunday night. And yeah, we decided to get everything cleaned up and set up. There are a couple things I do want to point out that we do know about and we want to work on. This actually used to be a pillar right here, as you can see up top here, right there too. So these actually used to be like 4 closets and they were all connected, whereas I built this separator right here and obviously took out the pillars so that way we can actually use this as storage and things like that in this office. We do have the original tile, so I could technically just replace all these or just find a little thing to toss in there real quick, but probably the easiest step that we're gonna do is just get a office plastic mat and just put it over it, and that way the wheels should be able to roll over it, no issue at all. This is more of a temporary desk for somebody to come in and work for a little bit rather than a full-time desk like our desks. Also, for the lighting for this isn't too great. We will probably get a new fixture in itself, and that way this little section will be up and running on its own. So for this section, we ended up doing our media and cable area. So we got our GoPro area, camera set up, all mics and headphones, miscellaneous like cell phone holding things, and add-ons. HDMI cables for the camera for live streaming or recording to the computer, as well as power banks and things like that. And then of course, the sweetness, all the cables you could ever want. For the desk, you may be wondering, hey, why don't you just go with IKEA and get those things set up? Well, it's because the closest IKEA to us is Orlando, and we tried finding the exact parts we want. We were trying to get it around for $600. The $100 tabletop that they had was technically unfinished, so we would have to stain it and seal it ourselves, which we don't really have the time for right now. And the Alex drawers alone, that would have been nice because yes, we could use the storage here. We were gonna either do one on the edge here, one in the center, one on the edge there, or we were just gonna do 2 in the center, because obviously we're gonna have our computers here in the center. But they didn't have it in stock. The only things that they did have in stock that they could ship to us would be a total of $900, whereas this, we ended up only spending $455. And these things are definitely very sturdy. those nice big rubber feet on those, adjustable. Because if you can't tell, this was actually a garage converted into an entertainment room back in the day, which now we've converted into an office. There's actually a slant going towards the front of the house. So basically we had to jack up the back of the table to make it level, as well as our chairs. Instead of having them normal, we have to actually lean them back and lock them in, so that way we don't feel too crazy throughout the day. Lighting over here too, we just have this one up overhead. Obviously there's not really decent lighting over here for webcams or anything like that. So eventually we will probably get ring lights or some kind of LED lights that we can manipulate, so that way we have perfect lighting for all stations. Speaking of lighting, even these, I want to eventually get these to some nice LED lights. And to save on space, instead of having feet like these, maybe get something that has a clamp that could clamp on, mount on, and have the light just right up here too. So that way it's flat out of the way. And if you haven't noticed, they're not really offering any sound deadening or anything like that. We do definitely need to get some bass blockers up in the top. And I'll probably make my own sound deadening blocks to hang up, and I'll probably make a video on those. And also to assist with the audio, probably get a carpet right here, as this door does lead directly outside. So that way we could toss something in here that will help absorb sound, as well as obviously trap dirt that comes in. And also over here, just a nice big area rug over here, so that way it absorbs sound, and again, keeps dirt from traveling in and out. And then the other thing, I do have this green screen up here. This is just put up really cheaply, some PVC across. There is obviously sag, so what I'll probably be doing is getting a wooden rod, that's something that can fit in that hole, shove it down, and it'll probably straighten it out pretty good and go from there. Again, I'm not looking for something too permanent, something easy to mess with and everything like that. I could go with galvanized piping, but I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so basically we are done with this office as far as right now. It's set up to make more and more content, so definitely stay tuned because it's coming to you. As you can see, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I have this computer right over here. I definitely want to kind of get it to like a gaming rig status so that way I can sell it, because what we're going to do later this year, mostly before August, before the school year, again, I like to run like a little computer drive. So to be able to fix up some of the broken computers that I will be accepting as free donations, I'm going to be using the money that I get from these computers like this to actually fix up those laptops and desktops and whatever there is that is donated, so that way everybody can actually get these computers for free. So this isn't for free. This will be sold, as well as this other one that I'm working on right there, that Acer. And so all that money will go towards computers in the future to repair, to donate for free. So again, like I said, I definitely have content planned and ready to go. It's just a matter of filming it now, especially how easy it is. Also, I definitely want to get some audio dampening. If, like I said, you could probably tell the difference. I'll do my best to fix the audio without distorting my voice too much, but we'll see how that goes. Definitely get subscribed to check out my future videos. I'll wait, I got time. So if you haven't subscribed already, press that subscribe button, kiss that bell, and until next time, I bid you farewell.